Honorable Malema, what is your point of order?
Honorable Speaker, we have a murderer in the house. We have a man who's got blood of innocent people in this house, which is supposed to represent the wills of our people. And therefore, it is incorrect for you to have extended an invitation to de Klerk. Because de Klerk is a murderer. De Klerk has got blood on his hands. The people of Buipatung are turning in their graves. And de Klerk said that apartheid was not crime against humanity. It's an unrepentant apologist of apartheid who is not willing to accept that apartheid was crime against humanity. And therefore, it is an insult to those who died and tortured in Flakplas under instructions of de Klerk to have de Klerk sitting in a democratic parliament. And I therefore suggest, Honorable Speaker, that we please request de Klerk to leave this house because he doesn't belong to this house.
Honorable Malema, have you finished?
So my submission, Speaker, is that please, for us to have peaceful proceedings, we should ask the commander of Flakplas, the apartheid apologist, a man with blood on his hands, to leave this parliament because he does not belong here. That's my submission, Speaker.
Thank you, sir. All the members. Honorable Malema, I wish to rule on the submission you have made. This sitting has been called for one item and one item only. Give the President the space to address the nation. It is convention that all the presidents, the former presidents who are still alive, are invited to this sitting. The former president de Klerk has been invited because of that. I therefore cannot sustain the submission you have made and therefore rule it out of order.
Honorable Speaker.
Honorable
They called for a special post.
Honorable Floyd Shibambo, I have not recognized you.
Please recognize me.
What are you standing on?
On a point of order 14.
What is your point of order?
Order is that the rules of the joint sitting apply even when this is a state of nation address. That is number one. You can't recognize de Klerk as a president of what? Who voted for him? Are you saying this parliament, a democratic elected parliament, must recognize a white-only president who was elected by a criminal system of apartheid?
Honorable
must acknowledge him as
Shibambo.
such.
Honorable Shibambo.
It cannot be correct.
Honorable Shibambo, yes, you are right. The joint rules apply to this sitting. Order. 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 You are right. The rules apply. And the rules apply, and those rules have never been questioned. History of this country is there for everybody. We recognized that there was an apartheid system. We also recognized that it was a system that brought us all into this house. And therefore that submission, that point of order is not sustained.
Speaker.
What are you standing on?
On a point of order.
What is your point of order?
Accept that you as a presiding officer has made a mistake by inviting de Klerk. So Klerk must go. Like you've been making mistakes.
Please take your seat. We have not made any...
Can you ask that?
Please take your seat, Honorable Member. We have not made any mistake. Take your seat.
Honorable Speaker, you are talking about history. What I'm telling you is not history.
Honorable Malema, I did not recognize you. Please take your seat.
Did I get interview last week?
Honorable Malema, I did not recognize you. Please take your seat.
On a point of order, Speaker.
What is your point of order?
Speaker, you just said yourself that it was apartheid. Who presided over apartheid? De Klerk. And just last week he said apartheid was no crime against humanity. So we were humans enough to be killed by apartheid system. And the person who presided over that system must come and be seated here
Honorable
with us
Mente.
after killing our fathers,
Honorable Mente.
after killing our brothers and mothers
Honorable
and sisters.
Mente, please take your seat.
No.
You are taking your seat.
On a point of order, Speaker.
Honorable members, are we going to go on and on and on the matter of the presence of former President de Klerk?
Speaker.
May I then tell this House
Speaker.
that the presence of former President de Klerk in this House is proper because we have done it in terms of the rules. We have always been open about the former presidents and former leaders of this House, and therefore delaying the business of this House tonight on the matter of former President de Klerk is not going to help us. So may I suggest that I will not take any further points of orders on this matter.
Speaker.
Honorable Nkosi, if you address me on a different point, not on the matter of former President.
I'm afraid, Speaker, you have a constitutional obligation to respect the rules. Do not make them as you go. There is no such a rule that you are anticipating what I'm going to stand on and rule on it in anticipation. That's number one. You are a commander of Mkhonto Wesizwe. You ANC members sitting here, you told us, you said we must reconcile with these people because they accept the mistakes that they've made. That is history. That's okay. We're not talking about history. We're talking about last week. De Klerk takes platform in front of the whole world and says apartheid was not a crime against humanity. You must be ashamed sitting here clapping hands. ANC people, you must be ashamed.
Honorable,
no one is even raising
us. Yeah.
Speaker, no one is even raising a substantial argument in relation to what we are raising. You are busy clapping hands.
Honorable Ndlozi.
De Klerk is an apartheid
Honorable Ndlozi.
not 1990,
Honorable Ndlozi.
1994.
My rulings yesterday. Take your seat. I am very, very clear and simple. If you are standing up on any point, it is not on the point of the Honorable, the former President of this country. I am not going to go on and on the matter of former President de Klerk.
Speaker, I'm willing to accept that the ANC is defending de Klerk in this House. And South Africans should see the ANC for what it is. It defended de Klerk, they are clapping hands for Klerk in terms of a matter. De Klerk remains a matter.
Honorable
Malema,
take your seat.
Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, please do not stand before you are recognized. Honorable Mother, you are recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we are not going to have a debate on the past tonight. But.
Order. Order. Order.
Honorable Speaker.
Order. Honorable members of the EFF, you will respect anybody who is on the floor of this House.
Honorable Speaker, I know
you will respect any speaker who is on the floor of this House, because when you stood, people allow you to say your piece. Honorable Mudd, please continue.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Honorable Speaker, we should be technically and legally and constitutionally correct and should deal with the real facts. What the honorable members of the EFF don't know, it seems, is that in 1994 there was an election where all South Africans participated, and in that election, Mr. Klerk was elected one of the deputy presidents of South Africa. And he served.
You are protect Honorable Muller.
He served as a member of parliament after 1994 as a deputy president of South Africa. So the precedent that you have set is the correct one, and I suggest that we proceed with the business of the House.
The Honorable Buthelezi.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chairperson of the National House of Provinces, Your Excellency, our President, Honorable Members, I was wondering, Honorable Speaker, whether we can have our say, and the only way we can have our say is to put the matter to the vote, so that all of us can have a say on the matter. Then we can all have a say on the matter, because we all want to have a say on the matter.
Speaker, I want to second the motion that we vote on the clerk. Let's vote and see who's going to vote for the clerk to sit in this house. Today, we'll know who was a spy. The spies are going to be exposed.
Order.
Let's vote.
Honorable members, I have not yet responded to Honorable Buthelezi. Order. Order. Honorable members. Order. Honorable members, I had made a ruling on the matter. I made a ruling on the matter. I said that any hand that comes up is not going to be speaking again on Honorable de Klerk. So I do not know what we'll be voting about. I made a ruling on this matter.
Honorable Speaker, I'm sending in terms of joint rules of both the National Assembly and the National Council of Provinces the new proposal on the floor that says, let us vote on whether the clerk and matter must be here or not. So we're seconding that motion. No one's opposed it. And motions can be raised in a joint sitting. So let us vote on whether the clerk stays here or not. It's as simple as that.
Thank you. Can I take you back to the rules, the joint rules? Rule 13.2 says, no vote or decision may be taken by or in a joint sitting. I made a ruling on that matter. That matter is closed.
Honourable Speaker. Speaker.
Honourable Mazon.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker of the National Council of Provinces, I would like to rise on point 14S of the joint rules. In terms of our constitutional right, everyone in this House has the right to hear the President deliver the State of the Nation, and as such I would like the Democratic Alliance's constitutional right to be upheld, and we would like to proceed with the matter of hearing the State of the Nation address from the President.
Honourable members, I agree with the Honourable Member. There is one item on the agenda. It is that the President addresses the House and the nation. Can we proceed with the business of this House? The Honourable, do you still want, you are fine. Can we proceed with the business of this House? Thank you very much. Honourable members, we have been called into this joint sitting of the National Assembly and the National Council of Provinces in terms of Section 84(2)(d) of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, read with Joint Rule 7.1a in order to let the President deliver his State of the Nation address to Parliament. I shall now call upon the President to address the joint sitting.
Speaker of the National Assembly, Ms. Thandi Modise, Chairperson of the National Council of Provinces.
On the point of order, Speaker. On the point of order, Speaker.
What's the point of order?
Can the President please sit down? I'm following the rules,
What's
Speaker.
the point of order?
Can we follow the rules?
What's the point of order?
Can we follow the rules? According to Rule 14C, read alongside 14S. If you read them now, you realize that President must sit down before I raise the point of order. Please sit down, President. We're going to help you run Parliament. Sit down, President. Follow the rules. We're going to help you. You want to follow the rules and sit down.
Can you find out what the point of order?
Well, the point of order, Speaker, is that we cannot share in this Parliament with millions of South Africans watching us when they know that they are in darkness because of one man who has made sure that our state-owned entities are in a state of collapse. Today, ESCOM cannot keep light in our houses.
Point of order.
Today, we cannot fly to Durban because he's a minister who's making sure that SAA is functional.
Point of order.
Today, we sit here with a minister that is working for white monopoly capital, making sure that the state-owned entities go to his friends.
Point of order.
We call for an amendment that the president must go outside and make sure that he made an announcement to the nation.
Please sit down.
Pravin Gordhan is no longer a minister of this country. We cannot sit here. We want to see Pravin Gordhan not here. Pravin Gordhan must go. Pravin Gordhan must go, please.
That's not the point of order. We'll move
Point of
on.
order.
We'll move on.
Point of order.
Mazwani?
Thank you very much, Chairperson of the National Council of Provinces and Speaker. I rise in terms of 14N, in terms of time exceed in the House, and I submit that the previous member exceeded his time for a point of order. I also rise in terms of 14N. I have a constitutional right, as does every member of the Democratic Alliance, to sit in this House and hear the SONA address of the President of the Republic, and I would hereby request that me and my party are allowed to hear the President deliver his SONA address.
Honorable members, can I plead with all of you? Can I make a plea and ask all of you to cooperate and proceed with business of the day? I will therefore, without any waste of time, request the President to proceed.
Point of order, Madam Speaker. I'm rising on a point of order.
What's your point of order, Angryy?
Madam Speaker,